a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Shahid Kapoor. Shahid Kapoor, also known as Shahid Khattar, is an Indian actor who appears in Hindi films, cited in the media as one of the most attractive Indian celebrities. Kapoor maintains his popularity despite a fluctuating career trajectory. Initially recognized for portraying romantic roles, Kapoor has since taken on parts in action films and thrillers. He is the recipient of several awards, including 3 Filmfare Awards. The son of actors Pankaj Kapur and Neelima Azeem, Kapoor was born in New Delhi. His parents separated when he was 3, and he continued living with his mother. They moved to Mumbai when he was 10, where he joined Shiamak Davar's dance academy. Kapoor appeared as a background dancer in a few films of the 1990s, and was later featured in music videos and television commercials. He made his film debut in 2003 with a leading role in the romantic comedy Ishq Vishk, a sleeper hit for which he won a Filmfare Award for Best Male Debut. He followed it with roles in several commercial failures before starring in Suraj Bajatia's top-grossing family drama Viva. Kapoor earned nominations for the Filmfare Award for Best Actor for portraying a troubled businessman in Imtiaz Ali's romantic comedy Jab We Met, and twin brothers in Vishal Bhardwaj's caper thriller Kamini. After appearing in another series of box office flops, he starred in the commercially successful action film Rajkumar. Kapoor received critical acclaim for portraying the Hamlet character in Bhardwaj's tragedy Haidar and a drug-abusing singer in the crime drama Uttar Punjab. For the former, he won a Filmfare Award for Best Actor, and for the latter, he won a Filmfare Critics Award for Best Actor. Kapoor's highest-grossing release came in 2018 with the period drama Padmavat, in which he played Rawalrat dancing. In addition to acting, Kapoor supports charities, hosts award ceremonies, and is featured as a talent judge on the dance reality show Jalak Dikla Ja Reloaded. He is married to the homemaker Meera Rajput, with whom he has a daughter. Early life. Shahid Kapoor was born in New Delhi on the 25th of February 1981 to actor Pankaj Kapur and actor-dancer Neelima Azeem. His parents divorced when he was 3 years old. His father shifted to Mumbai and Kapoor continued living in Delhi with his mother and maternal grandparents. His grandparents were journalists for the Russian magazine Sputnik, and Kapoor was particularly fond of his grandfather. He would walk me to school every single day. He would talk to me about Dad, with whom he shared a great relationship, and read out his letters to me. His father, who was then a struggling actor in Mumbai, would visit Kapoor only once a year on his birthday. When Kapoor was 10, his mother, who was working as a dancer, moved to Mumbai to work as an actress. In Mumbai, Azeem went on to marry the actor Ishq Khattar. Kapoor continued living with his mother and Khattar until they separated in 2001. Kapoor continues to use the last name Khattar on his passport. He is a maternal half-brother from his mother's marriage to Khattar. From his father's marriage to Pathak, he has 2 paternal half-siblings. Kapoor was educated at the Gian Bharati School in Delhi and Rajhans Vidyalaya in Mumbai. He later attended Mumbai's Mithibai College for 3 years. Kapoor was interested in dance from an early age, and at the age of 15, he joined Shiamak Davar's Dance Institute. As a student there, Kapoor appeared as a background dancer in the films Dilta Pagal Hai and Tal, in which Davar served as choreographer. During a stage show at the institute, Kapoor performed in the songs Vogue and Golden Eye, to a positive response from the audience. He described the experience as the first time that he felt like a star. He later became an instructor at the institute. During this time, Kapoor accompanied a friend to an audition for a Pepsi commercial featuring the stars Shah Rukh Khan, Kajol, and Rani Mukherjee, but wound up with the part himself. He appeared in television commercials for the brands Kit Kat and Close Up, among others, and featured in music videos for several performers, including the band Aryans and the singer Kumar Sanu. Kapoor also took on the job of an assistant director to his father on the 1998 television series Mohandas Ballb. Early work, 2003-05. Having noticed Kapoor in the Aryans music video, Aankh on Mine, the producer Ramesh Taurani was keen to cast him in a film. However, upon meeting him, Taurani thought Kapoor, who was 20 years old at the time, to be too young and underweight to become an actor, and encouraged him to wait for a few years. Kapoor, meanwhile, turned down a lead role in Enchandra's sex comedy style in hopes of working with Taurani. Taurani found a suitable project for Kapoor in the teenage romance Ishq Vishk, which Ken Ghosh was directing for his company. Kapoor, who trained extensively for a bulkier physical build, was eventually hired. Before beginning work on the film, he attended acting workshops with Nasiruddin Shah and Satyadev Dubey. Ishq Vishk tells the story of Rajiv Mathur, a high school student who engages in a romantic affair with two classmates of contrasting personalities. Kapoor was attracted to the idea of playing an unlikable lead since it was a departure from the traditional portrayal of teenage heroes in Indian films. Writing for The Hindu, the critic Zayas Salam did not find him to be hero material, adding that boyhood seems to have overstayed on his face, but he is not necessarily bad in the acting department. The film, however, proved to be a sleeper hit at the box office and won Kapoor the Filmfare Award for Best Male Debut. Following his debut, Kapoor reunited with Ghosh in a film he considered to be drastically different from Ishq Vishk. The thriller feature featured him as a love-struck student who is manipulated by a woman and her lover to rob a bank. Despite criticizing the film, Rama Sharma of the Tribune wrote that Kapoor shines in his role. He looks fresh, as an impulsive, emotional and innocent guy who is sucked into crime. Because of these very qualities, he manages to evoke your sympathies. Later that year, Kapoor appeared in the romantic comedy Dil Manjmore, in which he was paired opposite three women: Soa Ali Khan, Tulip Joshi, and Aisha Takir. Patsy N of Rediff.com praised his dancing skills, but was wary of his imitation of Shah Rukh Khan's acting style. Both his 2004 releases were commercially unsuccessful. The series of poorly received films continued in 2005, when all three of Kapoor's films failed at the box office. His first two releases that year were the comedies Divane Uye Pagal and Va Life Ho To Icy, both of which were largely panned. The former was plagiarized from the Hollywood film There's Something About Mary, in which Kapoor played one of Rimi Sen's love interests. The critic Khalid Muhammad found Kapoor to be the only likable element in this travesty, but Namrata Joshi of Outlook labeled him colorless and criticized his pairing with Senator. His final role was that of a righteous teenager drawn towards a life of indulgence in John Matthew Mathin's drama Shikar, co-starring Ajay Devgan, Bipasha Basu and Amrita Rao. The critic Sukanya Verma found Kapoor to be miscast as a village boy in the film, but noted that he was never short of spontaneity and youthful exuberance. Breakthrough, 2006-09. In 2006, Kapoor played opposite Kareena Kapoor in two films: to thriller 36 Chinatown and the comedy Chup Chup K. In 36 Chinatown, a murder mystery from the director duo Abbas Mustan, Kapoor starred as one of the 7 suspects in the murder of an heiress, and in the Priyadarshan-directed Chup Chup K, he played a depressed man who pretends to be deaf and mute. The former was his first commercial success since Ishq Vishk. Greater success came to Kapoor later that year when he starred alongside Amrita Rao in Suraj Bajatia's romantic drama Viva, a film depicting an arranged marriage. Made on a shoestring budget of, the film earned over worldwide, and proved to be Kapoor's highest-grossing film to that point. Reviews of the film, however, were negative. Raja Sen termed the film a nightmare, and wrote that Kapoor isn't offensively bad, doesn't ham it up like crazy, or speak in a weird accent. Having said that, he isn't an actor at all, standing around working on his boyish grin, simply chewing up the scenery, no screen presence at all. Kapoor found no success in his first release of 2007, the ensemble comedy Fool and Final. However, his second release that year, the Imtiaz Ali-directed romantic comedy Jab We Met, proved to be one of the top-grossing films of the year. The film tells the story of a troubled businessman whose life undergoes a series of changes after he encounters a loquacious girl on a train ride. Ali thought that Kapoor's previous roles failed to justify his acting potential, and thus approached him to portray a more complex character. The BBC noted on how endearing he was in the film, and Rajiv Masand of CNN-IBN wrote that he left an indelible impression with a performance that is understated and mature. in a film he thought primarily belonged to Kareena Kapoor. For his performance, Kapoor received his first nomination for the Filmfare Award for Best Actor. After featuring opposite Vidya Balan in the romantic comedy Kismat Connection, Kapoor played twin brothers, one with a lisp and the other with a stutter, in Vishal Bhardwaj's critically acclaimed caper thriller Kamini. In preparation, Kapoor met speech specialists and researched on the medical and mental aspects of the two conditions. To create a lean physique for one of the brothers, a look he considered to be radically different from his personal appearance, Kapoor practiced functional training and followed a rigorous diet. Writing for Variety, critic Joe Lydon reviewed that Kapoor impressively displays sufficiently variegated degrees of emotional intensity to sustain the illusion of two distinct characters. Just as important, he provides each sibling an appropriately elevated hunkiness quotient. Rediff.com listed Kapoor's performance as the best by a Bollywood actor in 2009, and he received a second Best Actor nomination at Filmfare. Kamini earned over worldwide. Kapoor's final release of 2009 was as a cricketer in Dil Bolha Dipper, a romantic comedy co-starring Rani Mukherjee. It was screened at the Toronto International Film Festival, but was a financial failure. Commercial fluctuations, 2010-13. In 2010, Kapoor teamed with Ken Ghosh in Chance P Dance, a comedy drama about a struggling actor, in which Kapoor's performance was described as uneven by Anna Udaguha of Daily News and Analysis. He had a supporting role in Pathshala, a drama about the education system in India, starring Nana Patekar, following which he starred in Yash Raj Films' Badmaash Company, a comedy drama about a group of overambitious youngsters who become con men. Rachel Saltz of the New York Times praised Kapoor's look in the film, though Tushar Joshi of Midday thought that he was miscast. Kapoor's fourth and final release that year was Satish Kaushik's romantic comedy Melange, which marked his fourth collaboration with Kareena Kapoor. Plagiarized from the Hollywood film Serendipity, the production was delayed since 2005. During its production in December 2004 at Phuket, Kapoor requested a delay in filming to attend the premiere of Dil Manj More. The delay may have saved the lives of the crew, since the hotel booked for them was destroyed during the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. With the exception of Badmaash Company, none of these films performed well commercially. Kapoor next appeared in his father's directorial Morzem, co-starring Sonam Kapoor. The star-crossed romance, set over a decade, took 2 years to complete. Considering the film to be his dream project, Kapoor did not take on additional work while filming for it. For his role as an unambitious village boy who becomes an Air Force pilot, Kapoor trained to fly the F-16 Fighting Falcon. Rajiv Masand reviewed that, while he doesn't quite cut it as a convincing IAF pilot, Shahid Kapoor is terrific as the small-town brat. The film was a box office flop, and Kapoor was later regretful for spending so much time on the project. The following year, Kapoor took on another romantic role in Kunal Kohli's Teri Meri Kahani, co-starring Priyanka Chopra. It tells the story of a pair of star-crossed lovers who are reincarnated in 3 different eras. Filmfare reviewed that Shahid and Priyanka give it their best shot, but their charm doesn't make up for the absence of a genuine Kahani story. The comedy Fata Poster Nikla Hero from director Raj Kumar Santoshi was Kapoor's first release of 2013. His role was that of Vishwas Rao, a struggling actor who masquerades as a policeman. Critical reviews on the film were negative, though Kapoor's performance was praised. As with his last few releases, the film earned little at the box office, leading trade analysts to question his commercial appeal. This changed later that year, when he starred in Prabhu Deva's action film Rajkumar. Despite a negative critical reception, the film earned over worldwide, becoming Kapoor's highest-grossing release to that point. In a scathing review, Saibal Chatterjee of NDTV called the film a massive mess, and wrote that Kapoor ends up looking more moronic than macho in it. Kapoor suffered from burn injuries on his back and hands while filming a stunt sequence in Rajkumar. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?